your girl Patrice, and I am back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Been gone for entirely too long. It's been a month. It's been a whole month. But I promise to not to be gone so long. May was an extremely hectic month, from my birthday to my son's birthday to preparing costumes for band launch. It was just a hectic month. But I am back with a vengeance, and I'm back bringing to you guys new makeup looks, lots of color, because we all know it's summer. Summer's all about our skin tones getting deeper, wearing brighter colors on the eyes. You know what summer's about, all the colors. And just in time for summer, a company that never ever fails me with colors and their palette, Juvia's Place, dropped their Zulu palette. Now, I know y'all were as hype as I was when y'all saw the preview for this palette. I was excited, and I'm upset with myself. That's my fault for sleeping on, but I was busy that weekend. That's probably why. But as soon as they restock the Magic palette, I'm gonna get the Magic palette, and then I'm going to make sure I do a look for you guys and give you my honest opinion. But you guys always know that I love Juvia's Place products. Like, their shadows are so affordable. The pan sizes are amazing. Like, look at the size of these pans. 9 colors in this palette. Look at the colors. Look at the artwork. Like, hands down, Juvia's Place has the best artwork on the market when it comes to makeup. I absolutely love it. But look at these colors. Like, today I played around in this color, the purple. I'm not too sure. I think this is like a plummy color, a warm plummy color. Who knows? Purple, orange, and yellow. Those are the colors I played around. But like, as you can see, this rose gold color here is really nice. Look at that. Ooh. Ooh. You see that swatch? I cannot wait. And I need to swatch this one. Look at that. That's just one swipe. Look at that. You see that? Like, those are amazing foil shadows. That rose gold one, that one is, I think my next look is going to be with that one. But try the lime green one. I really didn't swatch the colors before I had the palette. I just got the palette literally came yesterday, and when I saw it, I was just excited to do a look for you guys. And I felt what a great way to come back than to come back with a product review and new products, right? So as you can see, let's get back to this. I got distracted. There are 9 colors in this palette. They're very summery, very bright. For my entire eye look, I used these colors that's in this palette. I ordered this palette, I would like to say, it came yesterday. So I either ordered it on Wednesday or Tuesday. It took about 2 days to get here, which is not bad. For something that just came out, I got it really quick, which is why I was so excited to give you guys a product review. And of course, Juvia's Place, like every other Juvia's Place palette that I get, gets 2 thumbs up. If I had a 3rd thumb, that they will get it. And as you can see with these color swatches, that it's worth it. The palette was $17.50. You can't go wrong. And like I said, the pan sizes are huge, so you're gonna have these for a while before you actually start hitting pan. If you use them every day, it's when you're gonna hit pan. But for somebody like me that has like 3 or 4 Juvia's Place palettes that you just be mixing up in between and have different colors, like, it may take a while for me to finish, but I think out of all of them, this one is my favorite. Like, I love the Saharan palette, I love the Masquerade palette, but I think this one, like, I think for the summer, I'm going to be dipping in this every 5 minutes. Like, do you know how long I've wanted a bright yellow like this in my makeup collection? And of course, my favorite makeup company, Juvia's Place, answered my prayers and gave me such a bright color. So, I don't want to keep on rambling. This is today's look that I'll be doing a tutorial on. It will be like a chit chat, get ready with me, so you guys can catch up and see what I've been up to for the longest while as to why I have not been recording, but I'm back. I'm gonna keep pushing out these videos, and I don't want to keep on talking. I would love for you guys to see how I came up with this whole face beat, darling. Keep on watching. Bye guys. We're gonna start off with that really bright yellow that's in the palette. Unlike other palettes, the colors in this one does not have names. So we're gonna go with the really bright yellow. Sorry, the really bright yellow color right here. And we're gonna start off with that as our transition color. I totally missed being on YouTube with you guys. This is actually my second attempt at doing a look for you guys. I filmed the whole look, did an intro and everything last night, and well, that will be Friday night. And when I started taking pictures of it, I hated it, so I deleted. And there was another look that I filmed. If you follow me on Instagram at patricebeautyworld, I'm gonna have it floating around somewhere on the screen so that you guys can follow me. I had filmed another look, but it photographed really well, and then when I was trying to edit the video, it's just, number one, I forgot to film an intro, and then number two, I don't know, I just didn't like how the video looked, so I deleted it. So I was like, you know what, because I was supposed to upload Saturday morning, but that didn't work out because I wanted to be picky. So you can generously apply this yellow. If you live in the Brooklyn Caribbean scene, then you already know it's Balon season. For those of you that don't know what that is, that's those pretty feathered costumes. That's for Labor Day that you guys see. Yes, I make those, so that's kind of what has my attention. Had my attention, well, still has my attention, because now I'm also getting ready for Miami Carnival. Yes, so your girl is busy. On top of that, I'm being a full-time mom. I have a household to take care of, and I just went back to work, so I have to like sit down and plan out my whole schedule, because I have to make sure that I can do YouTube and juggle all these things and make sure that everything is getting as much attention as it should be. So back into this island. This kind of, I would like to say like a plum color, and I'm going to take a fluffy blending brush from Morphe, and I'm going to put that all in my crease area. So back to what I was saying. Yes, it's Balon season. To insert clips of the costume that I designed for my band with Freaks New York. This one was my baby because it was my favorite color. I was so excited for it. I'm still awaiting the professional photos from this for this costume from the photographer. But so back to this eye look. As you can see, these colors are very, very pigmented, and they're very easy to blend also. Juvia's Place has a knack for that. They always have really nice colors. They're always very pigmented and easily blendable, and their palettes are affordable. I love Juvia's Place. Every time I try to convince myself, okay, this is my last palette that I'm buying from them, I swear, Saharan was my last. But as you can see, I blended that all into my transition area, and then I was switching between the brush that had yellow in it to go over the edges to make sure it's blended properly. Then I'm going to take a small, I guess, a detailer brush. This is from Morphe. This is the R41, and I'm going to dip it in the purple color that's in that palette, and I am going to apply that to the outer V of my eye, just in that area, because I don't really want a dark color. I actually want a sort of sunset finish, but I don't want the outer V to be too dark, and when this blends out, it's just dark enough for me because I feel like I still want it to be a very summery look. To help blend out that purple, I take the same brush, I don't add any product to it, that I had the kind of plum color, well not plum, that kind of reddish, it's almost like a plum color. I have no idea how to describe it and I suck at describing colors, but I'm going to take that brush and that's what I'm going to use to blend out the purple color that I applied to the outer V. And you kind of focus it on the outer V. Then you bring it in a little. And this look was pretty easy to do because it came from all one palette and it wasn't like completely structured, so that made it fun to do. But yeah. And like I said, these colors are very pigmented. I can't talk today. Pigmented as well as easily blendable. See, so that's basically how you want the colors to look while they're blended, and then you just take a little bit of yellow and you go over the edges of where you put down that purple and that kind of plum color, and you blend that out and you go over a little bit, and there we have it. Easy, right? Next we're going to go back into the Ambrosia Cosmetics primer, and of course when you see me go into primer, what am I going to do? Cut that crease. So I like to use a flat, I guess this is like a concealer brush. I used to use it for concealer, but it's been doing a really good job with applying my primers for cut creases because it gives me a like really precise line. So here I'm just cutting the crease and taking my time and spreading the product out evenly so that I can have a nice smooth surface to apply my eyeshadows when I'm done. You just take your time and go slow so that your cut crease can be as precise as possible. Anyway, since I can't really put my fingers on this because I don't want to get the primer everywhere all over the shadow that I just applied, what I usually do with this, I take really small layers of the primer and then I just like thin it out to make application of it much easier, and that makes all the difference. Then for the edges, what I do is I take the purple brush and I blend out the edges of where the primer meets the darker portion. So now all you gotta do is dip your brush in there and blend out those edges. Do the same with the plum brush, that reddish plumish color, and you blend out the edges of where that primer was put down, and there you have it. For the fun part, we're gonna go back into that yellow color. And what you want to do is pat the color on, not swipe it on, but pat it on. So I'm gonna pat that color down in the corner of my eye. You see how pigmented that is? Pat that color on. You pat it like you patting your weave, ladies. Pat your weave, ladies. Pat your weave, ladies. Pat your wacky check up on it. So here I'm applying the bright orange color that's in the Zulu palette, and I'm patting that color onto my lid in the center of the lid. And because I was using a smaller brush, I had to go within smaller strokes, but that's so I can have a more precise finish with the colors. And then as I was putting the orange down, I was blending it into the purple so that it's more of an eve, so it's blending into each other, sorry, so that it just doesn't have those harsh lines. So you have to like kind of wiggle the brush into the color. So I would have blended the orange into the purple and then blended the yellow into the orange. so that everything is a seamless finish like on the left eye, so that it doesn't look like harsh lines. Next, I'm taking my NYX white liquid liner and I'm creating those dots that you see in my crease on the other eye. It doesn't have to be perfect. I didn't have a specific number of dots. I just thought it would be a cool touch to the color to have a pop of white, and I just didn't want to add a white line. So I decided to add dots. And I was kind of inspired by the dots from the artwork on the palette. And it just made the look even cooler with those dots. Next, I'm using the NYX Pore Filler Primer. I really like this primer. I bought the travel size because I wasn't too sure if I'd like it, but so far since I've bought it, I've been reaching for it very often. So I just place it on my forehead. I love putting it under my eyes because I have little lines in the corners of my sides of my nose, to fill in those gaps. And then I just rub everything into my skin so that I can have a smooth application of foundation and concealer when it's time for me to apply those products. Now I'm going to take my NYX Total Control Drop Foundation, my holy grail since I bought this, in mahogany, and I'm going to put that all over my face. I love this foundation. It's so lightweight. A lot of people say it's matte, but it's not really matte to me. I feel like if you don't put a mattifying primer, it doesn't set matte. And I'm taking my trusty LA Girl Pro Concealer in the color Fawn to highlight. Usually I like this one. I don't like the Warm Honey because I feel like it leaves a white cast, so I like using the Fawn. Although it's the color of my skin, or almost the same color as my skin. And then what I do to brighten up the Fawn, I take my highlighter pen in Bright Forecast from MAC to brighten up that concealer, so I have a really nice subtle highlight that's not too harsh. Now I'm taking Espresso from LA Girl Pro Conceal to contour, and I absolutely love, where has this been all my life? I love walnut, but this is like the perfect contour shade for me. Walnut still has like a reddish undertone that looks crazy if you don't blend it out properly, but Espresso is the perfect combination of warm and cool tone. So I think this is going to be my summer contour shade. Probably not even summer. I'm just going to be contouring with this all the time. Hopefully I don't get too dark that I can't use it this summer, but I love it. Then I'm going to take my Kat Von D Shade and Light palette using the darkest color Sombre in there, and I'm going to use that to set that cream concealer that I put down for my contour, or that cream contour, sorry, I can't talk. Next, I'm going to take the bright orange color that's in the palette, and I'm going to take a small detailer brush, and I'm going to use that on the my bottom lash line on both eyes, just to brighten up the look a bit. And take your time. And like I said, these colors are very pigmented. Even without primer on my bottom lashes, it still shows up very orange, which was very surprising. Then I took that purple detailer brush that I use in the outer V on my eyelids, and I'm placing it on top of the orange so that I have a nice kind of sunset finish under the eyes, similar to the eyelids. I just didn't want to put yellow because I felt like yellow was the typical color to use when you put down orange, so I wanted to use the purple so you could have like a different finish on the bottom, but similar to the eyelids. Then I'm going to take my NYX Jumbo Pencil in Milk and line my waterline, because a white waterline always makes colors pop more. Then I'm taking my Big Shot mascara that I absolutely love, and I'm putting some on these Struggle bottom lashes. Then I'm going to take Zipper from ColourPop, and I'm going to use this. I'm going to do an ombre lip So I'm going to use the purple to line my lips and fill in the outer portion of my lips with zipper. Then I'm going to take MIDI, which is a pinky nude color from ColourPop, and fill in the middle portion of the lips and blend those colors together. And I loved how these lips looked with this eye look. It just did it for me. Next, I'm going to take Synthetica from NYX. I am in love with this highlighter. Put it on the highest points of my brows. Now I'm spraying my face with the MAC Charge Water. And there you have it. Let's get into these fancy slow-mos. Okay guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial and I hope you guys love this look as much as I do. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget to share this video with your friends. Don't hit the bell button down at the bottom for when you guys want to get alerts for the next time that I upload. And I promise that I would not be gone so long. So until next time, guys, bye. Mwah!